Hello everybody, this is Matthew Miller, otherwise known as Palm Solo, and thanks for visiting the Mobile with Matt YouTube channel. I appreciate your views and support. Please interact with me here, ask questions, I'll answer them, and share with your family and friends. The folks at TST e-bikes sent me the TST R002. And while it doesn't have the fanciest name, it gets the job done, and that's kind of what this bike does for the price that they're asking for. This is a full suspension moped style e-bike, and I really wasn't expecting that much for the $899 price point. Now keep in mind that $899 price point is the current price. There may be some tariff impacts and the price may change slightly, but it's still going to be one of the most affordable moped style e-bikes you've ever seen. So let's start off first by unboxing this bike and putting it all together, and then we'll dive into my experiences. The TST R002 arrived in a typical cardboard box, and I always start by looking and seeing what the included contents are and the manual. On this one, the first step was actually to install the kickstand, which was pretty helpful because it helped the bike stand on its own for the rest of the steps. Second step was to install that front wheel, and I do like those mag wheels, and the installation was quite easy. Then the fender goes on, and there's no worry about attaching the fender before the wheel. It's simple to put on after the wheel is mounted. The next step is a little bit more complicated, and that is attaching the handlebars correctly on the front. And that takes a few bolts and using the Allen wrenches and included tools that it came with. And then the next step is to put on that big front headlight, which is a nice headlight that is easy to see at night. And then one of the last steps is to mount the frame for the seat. It has a very long seat, so that frame goes back quite a bit. Securing the seat to the frame took me a little bit because there wasn't much room with the bolts between the frame pieces. As I mentioned earlier, the Muckpet Ninja is one of the more affordable moped-style e-bikes at $1,349. With most of the competition in the moped-style e-bikes running in the $2,000 to even $4,000 range. The TST R002 has that initial price that we know now could change with the tariffs of $899, and that just seems too low to be a very good competitor in that market, but it has exceeded my expectations. It's a very nice bike if you're looking for something you'll be mostly riding in throttle mode. So let's look at some of the specifications. The TST R002, maybe we call it the R002, kind of like the James Bond 007. It offers the following: a 6061 aluminum frame, a 750 watt 48 volt rear hub motor with 1500 watts of peak power, 90 Newton meters of torque, and that level of torque is going to come into play a little bit later when I talk about my experiences. That 48 volt battery is a 15 amp hour battery with about a 4 to 5 hour quick charge. TST advertises a range of 65 miles with pedal assist, and it has a payload capacity of 450 pounds. You see it has this very nice, long, comfortable seat, 180 millimeter hydraulic disc brakes, and as I mentioned, it does have that comfortable seat. The hand grips are rubber. They're not ergonomic hand grips, but they are very comfortable, and it has a left thumb throttle. Tires are 20-inch by 4-inch fat tires with those mag wheels, which helps reduce maintenance, and I like mag wheels on bikes that are throttle only because it's probably carrying that load a little bit better than spokes. Has a large center-mounted LCD color display and a very simple controller on the left side with turn signal indicators and pedal assist levels. And this is a really fun bike to ride around on the roads. It's great for Forest Service roads and trails as well with those tires and wheels. If you want a throttle-only experience, then this bike comes in at the right price. Thanks to TST for sending this bike along to try out. Please consider subscribing and sharing my channel with family and friends.